Well, United 2, Liverpool 2, a game that happened at the side known as Anfield. And you remember what I told you, that the best we can get out of this game of football is a draw. And if it's a win, it was supposed to go on the side of Liverpool, because I know how bad we are at really conceding goals. And by the way, we had gone 3 consecutive Premier League games without scoring a goal. We never scored a goal against Newcastle, no goal against Bournemouth, and no goal against Wolverhampton Wanderers. And that's why I was 100% sure that even if we score, we will concede, when you're obviously taking on the side known as Liverpool. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun. And this is the United Matters channel. Final result: United 2, Liverpool 2 at Anfield. A game that looked like it was going to take place because of the snow that was everywhere. And was speaking to one of my friends, she's called Esther, in the United Kingdom, and she was like, they've been warning us about this. And guess what? It was later clear that the game was going to take place, and for Liverpool, this never would have looked well for them, because they never wanted to obviously have another game in hand. I don't want to obviously see this game in hands really pile up. Remember, the game they played again, the game they would have gone to play against Everton, was also called off because of the snow, and now this was another one that was obviously gonna be called off. But they sat in a meeting and they later went ahead, obviously confirmed us that it was a must happen at Anfield. And United were the first obviously score a goal through Lisandro Martinez, an assist coming in through from Bruno Fernandes. Then Cody Gakpo went ahead to obviously level up in the 59th minute, and then Mohamed Salah went ahead to take a penalty after Matthias De Ligt found himself holding that ball into the 18 yards box area. And then Amad Diallo goes ahead to obviously score in the 80th minute. The assist came in through from Alejandro Garnacho. And that's how United went ahead to obviously win the beautiful game of football at the stadium of, to draw with Liverpool. But not excited as some people are, because we have gone ahead to develop what we call a small team mentality. That's my worry, because if you are to obviously talk about the best 3 games of Ruben Amorim era at Man United, they are against big teams. That is Arsenal, 2-0 away, but we played very well. Man City, we won, and Liverpool. And when you have to look at these other teams that have gone to beat us or draw with us, they are really small teams. And this is a mentality of a small team. There is nowhere in the world where a team that calls itself big, or a team that wants obviously reclaim back its lost glory, goes ahead to beat teams and have good games against big teams, and then play badly against the small-sided teams. And I know the reason as to why it's happening like that. Can I tell you the reason? The reason is simple. The side of Manchester United, when it's playing against these teams like Newcastle, Bournemouth, Nottingham, Ipswich, you know what happens? These teams, United finds themselves in a position of really being given the ball. They're left to have the ball, and these teams really play a low block, and we obviously struggle to break a low block. And when you look at the goals that we've gone here to score, it has been us really beating that high line of Liverpool. And these small teams are known to that way. The same applies to Man City. If you look at all the goals of Man City, it was all of us. The second one was all about us beating that high line, and the first one, it was all about the press of Amad Diallo. You understand? So that's exactly what went ahead to happen. But for Amad Diallo, scored a very beautiful goal. Though he never really had a very beautiful game, according to me. He was sliding. He really got in one of the best chances in the first half. That cross coming from Diego Dallo, and he really never read that run very well, and he headed the ball towards his own side, yet he would have gone to hit that ball in the back of the net. And for Dallo, I'm really excited, because his game going forward and those crosses are really improving. They're really improving, and he's putting in better crosses. Because today I saw him try to put in close to 3 or 4 crosses that were really elite, though 2 or 3 of those resulted into corners of Manchester United, especially into the second half. And he's improving, and I've gone ahead to obviously notice his gameplay in the recent 3-4 games. he's really improving his cutbacks and crosses that he obviously puts into the area of the opponent. Then it was Lisandro Martinez. He went ahead obviously with release Rasmus Højlund towards the end of the first half, and he really had Alisson Becker. It was a 1v1, and he went for power, not for technique. And I was like, please, 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 Rasmus Højlund, in games like this, these are chances you need to kill off. You understand? And he never really killed that off, though he never really went ahead if you get made more service. But I tell you, that was one of the best chances, and that is that line-breaking pass from Lisandro Martinez, and he has looked superb. And I've always gone to tell people that United is 2-3 players away from becoming an elite team, but they're like, that team is not good, all players should leave. And I'm like, who tells you that all those players are bad? Today, you're going to see them come up and obviously do reactions praising these players. You get? But for me, I've always told you that we are a left wing back and a number 10 away from really executing that system very well. That's what we need. That's what we need. You know, the rest of the positions can be catered for, but at the moment, all we need is a number 10 and a left wing back, because I want to see Mazraoui and Dalot battle it up for that right wing back, and the left wing back, I want to see that new left wing back tussling it out. And I don't want to see Bruno Fernandes being that man who is really untouchable into that team. Amidst him being our captain, he needs to obviously feel pressure on the bench. You know, sometimes you start him and sometimes you don't start him, but because he's the only one that you're really having can obviously do that job very well, you see to it that even when he plays very well, I'm not saying that even when he plays badly, I'm not saying that today he played badly, he is kept onto the field of play, you know, because of the reason that he is one of those players that we believe is really good. So, and we don't have any other player that can come in and obviously put in a better performance than him. So, that's Man United for you. Then the other big worry is, how are we going to react when you're playing the next games? You get one, there is a game of Southampton and the game of Brighton, because after beating Man City, we went ahead to play against Spurs, we lost. Went ahead to host Bournemouth, we lost. We went ahead to obviously play at Wolves, we lost. Went ahead obviously host Newcastle, we lost. You know, after that win of Man City, that everyone thought that it was really going to be a springboard to jumpstart our confidence to really attack the opponents, we lost. Yet these other teams that we played were nowhere close to the side of City. You get? So, for me, I want to see what the reaction of Man United is going to be, because I 100% believe we are going to go at Arsenal and you're going to put in a very good battle, you know, though I believe it can be a draw also for Man United and maybe go in penalties, you understand? But I know we are going to give them a game. That is it. We are going to give them a game, and the manager is going to be having some ample time to obviously train these players, because we are playing on the 11th, meaning that 6 days from now, that's when United is really going to be kicking a ball again into what we call the FA Cup, and then later in the Premier League we'll host Southampton and Brighton. I don't know whether these players will obviously come with the right mentality or not. But kudos to Ruben Amorim and his army. But I want us to really take these performances to the next level. You understand? And what's the next level? Let's obviously go ahead and really bossy out Southampton and Brighton at Old Trafford. Let's get those 2 wins, you know, and see to it that we obviously build up momentum, and see to it that we obviously get ourselves back to where we deserve to be as a club of Manchester United and really compete very well. The remaining 18 games are really very important, and I know the manager will do all what it takes to really get us to where he wants us to be. But those days that you're going to be having from today until when we play Arsenal are really going to be helping us to obviously train the system, and the manager is going to be having some ample time to train the players. I know Monday they are not obviously going to be on the pitch. They're not going to train, especially those that are going to play 90 minutes, but the rest will be at Carrington to obviously go through that system for the manager. So that is it, and let's obviously get into what the stats of the game were. Liverpool, 19 shots. United had 13 shots. 6 shots on target by Liverpool. 4 shots on target by Man United. 53% ball possession by Liverpool. 47% ball possession by Man United. 420 passes completed by Liverpool. United completed 380. 83% passing accuracy by Liverpool. 75% passing accuracy by Manchester United. 10 fouls by Liverpool and 13 fouls by Manchester United. 2 yellow cards by Liverpool and 4 yellow cards by Manchester United. 0 red cards to both sides, 0 offsides to Liverpool and 4 offsides to Manchester United. 6 corners to Liverpool and 9 corners to Man United. So it shows you that we really looked good, and I tell you, I'm not surprised that again such teams obviously put up a very beautiful performance, because it's like, let's show them off that we are also Man United. But what makes you a big team is that you have to do or to put up the same performances against any team in the league. And that's what United is struggling to obviously go off and really do. Now, Liverpool is having 19 games played. They're having 46 points, right? Arsenal, 20 games, they're having 40 points, and this is where Arsenal is really celebrating, because yesterday they dropped points and now they are 6 points behind Liverpool. If Liverpool wins their game in hand, obviously there'll be 9 points, which is not bad for the side of Arsenal. Nottingham Forest is playing tomorrow on Monday against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and if at all they win that game, they'll go to 40 points, and they're having 37. Chelsea is having 36. Newcastle is having 35. Man City is having 34. Bournemouth is having 33. Aston Villa 32, Fulham 30, Brighton 28. Then Brentford is having 27 points. Then the club of Man United is having 23 points. And how many points off the relegation zone? It's 7 points off the relegation zone. That is it happening at the club of Manchester United. And we're here to wait and see how that is obviously going to be panning out. But congratulations to the club of Manchester United. And for the first time in 6 years, we've gone ahead obviously score a goal, meaning that we last scored a goal, I think, in 2018 at Anfield. But since then, we had not gone ahead obviously score a goal. And it's under Ruben Amorim that we've gone ahead obviously do some 2 goals. And I want this manager here. Let's back this manager. Let's give him the support that he deserves as the manager of Manchester United. It's just a matter of time. And all I want to see Ineos is, let's keep this guy around. I tell you, we want to keep this guy around, and we don't want to see him really leave and go elsewhere. I don't want to see this man sacked. Let's keep up with him, and I know the board will obviously do the needful and obviously give him the best that he deserves into the mix. So that's what we got in from the game of Liverpool 2, United 2, and we walked back with a point. And the big question is, can we build onto that point and obviously see to it that the club of Manchester United really gets back to winning ways? You know, that is the most important bit of it all. So that's what I had for you at the channel of the United Matters channel. Hope you guys are really having fun, and let's wait and see what you guys have for us in the comment section about this big video. So Rock and David is my name, and I sign out for now. See you later. That is the match reaction, and we are going to be dropping more videos in like 2-3 hours from now. So from Rock and David and United Matters channel, good night, and see you in the next hours when I return to be talking to you. Bye bye.